The war on the high seas is back in the spotlight. Just this week, Allied Command deployed landing ship, tanks, or LSTs, for the upcoming invasion. The Axis response? Luftwaffe pilots are mocking them as easy targets, calling them too big and too slow. Why does this matter? These seemingly vulnerable ships are carrying the lifeblood of the invasion: tanks, fuel, artillery, and hundreds of soldiers. Their success or failure could determine the outcome of the beachhead landings and the entire operation. With the invasion imminent and Axis forces on high alert, this gamble on a new type of warship is only getting more intense. Stay tuned, because what's happening on these slow-moving ships could decide the fate of the war. The D-Day landings are back in the spotlight. Just this morning, Allied forces launched a massive amphibious invasion on the beaches of Normandy. German commanders, like Oberleutnant Karl-Heinz Weber, were stunned by the sight of tanks driving directly out of specialized landing ships. Why does this matter? This unexpected armored assault bypasses traditional defenses, threatening to shatter German lines and establish a critical beachhead. With the Allies pushing to liberate France and Germany scrambling to repel the invasion, this battle for the coast is only getting more intense. Stay tuned, because what's happening on the beaches of Normandy could change the course of the war. The battlefield in Normandy is once again a flashpoint. Just this morning, Allied LSTs began unloading tanks and troops under heavy fire, methodically pushing onto the beaches. The German response? A relentless barrage from inland positions, met by the ship's own 40mm and 20mm guns. Why does this matter? This amphibious assault represents a critical new phase of the invasion, with control of the coastline hanging in the balance. With Allied forces determined to establish a foothold and German defenders dug in, this coastal clash is becoming a brutal test of will. Stay tuned, because the outcome of this landing could determine the next turn of the war. The battlefield in Normandy is back in the spotlight. Just this dawn, the Allied beachhead looks nothing like German maps predicted. Tanks are dug in, and artillery is already in position. Germany's response? Urgent radio messages calling for counterattacks, even as Allied naval gunfire pounds their lines. Why does this matter? The Americans aren't just surviving, they're organizing, with fuel trucks and supplies ready to push inland. With the initial German defenses crumbling and the Allies establishing a foothold, this invasion chess game is only getting more intense. Stay tuned, because what's happening on the beaches could change the course of the war faster than anyone thinks. The war in Ukraine is back in the spotlight. Just this week, Russia launched a major new ground offensive in the Kharkiv region, forcing thousands of civilians to flee. Ukraine's response? Rushing in reinforcements to hold the line, while urgently calling for more Western aid. Why does this matter? This new assault puts immense pressure on Ukraine's already strained defenses and could reshape the front lines. With Russia aiming to exploit manpower shortages and Ukraine fighting to stabilize the situation, this battlefield gambit is getting more intense. Stay tuned, because what's happening on the Eastern Front could have major consequences for the entire conflict.